Ken's sports day is coming up, so keep your schedule open. Of course, the whole family will be there to cheer him, right? Oh, Ken is having a sports day. I would love to be there to cheer him, but I don't think we'll be able to make it. What? Are you saying you won't go to cheer for your adorable nephew? Are you even a mother? Don't you understand how much my daughter wants her family to be there for him? I also want to see Ken at the sports day, but Annie hasn't been feeling well lately. She has been lying down trying to feel better. Isn't it because you spoil her? What is it about a 7-year-old child lying down? Why don't you get her up and get her to be more active? Isn't that what parents are supposed to do? But she seems to be in a lot of pain. Her head hurts like it's going to crack and she cries and screams. We can't go cheer for Ken at his sports day under the circumstance. Oh, right. You really are a cold woman. I can't believe you won't even see how your nephew has grown. Instead, I won't go to Annie's sports day to cheer her. Then you'll understand how my daughter would feel. Well, sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't answer the phone. What's up? Something wrong? I'm in trouble. Annie went crazy and said her head is going to crack. What? I'm on my way to the hospital in an ambulance. What's wrong with Annie? I'm scared. Are you okay? Sophia, you have to be strong. You're Annie's mother. I'll be at the hospital as soon as I can. In the meantime, take care of Annie. Sophia, you've got to pull yourself together. Okay, I will. Sophia, did you get the test results? How was Annie? Robert, why? Why does she have to go through with this? What's wrong? What happened? She has a tumor in her head, and they're not going to be able to operate. Oh, no. They don't know how long she'll have. I can't believe it. She was so full of life. How could this happen? I don't know what to do. I can't look at her face. We don't know for sure that she won't get better, right? Let's do everything we can for Annie. I agree. We can get a second opinion nowadays. Then, we might be able to find a way to cure Annie's tumor. She's only 7 years old. She has lots of dreams and hopes. We have to act instead of crying about it. You're right. Have you told her about the tumor? I haven't told her yet. I don't know how to tell her. I don't know if it's really okay to tell her. I want to talk about it with you. Yes, we will. Anyway, we have to do everything we can for Annie. How's Annie doing? She seems to be doing better today. She was listening to a storytelling with some other children at the pediatric ward. I think I haven't seen her smile in a while. I see. That's good to hear. Seeing that smile, I have a feeling she's going to be fine for good. That's right. That's what's going to happen. We shouldn't be too nervous. There are plenty of remedies out there now. There's got to be something that can help her, right? Yes, there's got to be. The medicine alone might cure the tumor, right? Yeah, we have to be more positive about this, for her sake. She's going through a lot at her age. Yes, seeing her smile today cheered me up too. If you're not cheerful, she will get worse. I'll go to the hospital after work. Take care of Annie, will you? I sure will. Sophia, you're coming to our house for the holidays, right? Since you're not coming to Ken's sports day, at least come visit us for the holidays. Well, you might have heard from Robert, but Annie's sick in the hospital.
So I heard. She hasn't been discharged of the hospital yet?
No, her illness is serious, and it's going to be difficult for her to be discharged of the hospital for a while. That's why we won't be able to come visit for the holidays.
Why can't she go out just for a night?
I'm sorry?
Instead of staying in a hospital bed, come to our house. Play in the garden or in the hills behind our house and get some fresh air. I'm sure she would feel better. Will the medicine cure her disease in the first place?
I don't know. I'm happy for your concern, but she has to administer the medicine regularly, so she can't go out. I'm sorry, but we still can't come visit during the holidays.
Why not? The best remedy for illness is to let it heal naturally. I think you're overreacting. It's better to spend time breathing fresh air and eating fresh, delicious food. Don't lock her up in a hospital.
Amelia, didn't Robert tell you about her illness? She has a tumor in her brain. She needs medicine to reduce the size of the tumor.
I've heard about her tumor, but I'm not so sure about what the doctor said. It's something that can be cured naturally. That's how all people used to do it.
But I don't think her tumor can be cured naturally.
Wait, what? You don't believe me?
It's not like that, but her tumor is serious.
Even Ken had a high fever, but after spending some time at our house, his fever naturally went down. That's right. If Annie comes to our house and gets well, she can even go to Ken's sports day. After all, come to our house for the holidays.
Amelia, it's not the same as Ken's fever. She has a tumor in her brain. I'd still like her to stay in the hospital for treatment. We can't come for the holidays, I'm sorry.
What kind of a person are you? I'm trying to be nice to you, but you stubbornly refuse. Do you hate me that much?
No, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that it's not a disease that can be cured naturally.
You're really disgusting. Why can't you just listen to me? It's terrible. I wonder how Robert got a wife like you. How's Annie doing?
Not so bad. She ate half of her lunch, so she seems to be fine.
I see. I hope she'll get better.
Yeah. By the way, I just got a text from Amelia. She told me to come visit her on the next holidays, but I told her we can't because Annie has to stay in the hospital. Amelia was very upset.
Yeah, she called me too. She said to come to Ken's sports day to cheer him. I told her I was too occupied taking care of Annie. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. I feel bad about not being able to go to Ken's sports day, but...
No. Annie is the most important thing right now.
I know.
Mom's always loved my sister like crazy since she was little, so she's putting a lot of effort into Ken too. Ken is not even her son. I hope she would stop doing this nonsense.
Oh, I think Annie woke up.
Well, please take care of her.
Will do.
Hey, Sophia, what's going on? Sorry, I can't answer the phone.
Robert, Annie's condition has suddenly changed. She was fine earlier, then suddenly, she lost her consciousness.
What caused it?
I don't know. They just said she was having trouble breathing, so they put an oxygen mask on her. Robert, what should I do?
Sophia, calm down. I'm going to explain the situation to my boss right now, and I'll be on my way. Just hang in there until I get there.
If anything happens before you get here,
Sophia, don't be negative. Annie's alive. She's trying to live. We have to believe in her.
I know. She would be sad if I'm like this. I have to be strong. Anyway, just get here as soon as possible.
I'm on my way. Your daughter's funeral has to be canceled because Your nephew has a sports day.
Amelia, what are you talking about? Annie has passed away, remember? We can't cancel the funeral.
Why can't you do what I say? I told you today is Ken's sports day. I've been trying to tell you for a while now. Why do you have to... Anyway, the funeral is canceled. Just do as I say.
Amelia, we lost our beloved daughter, remember? And yet you're telling me to cancel the funeral for Ken's sports day? Are you out of your mind?
It's because you don't listen to me.
Excuse me?
I told you to bring her to my home and let her heal naturally. I told you that you can't rely on medicine, and you stubbornly refused. That's why this all happened.
How could you...
We're all going to heaven someday. Annie's time just happened to be now, right? You don't have to make a big deal out of it and gather all the relatives together for the funeral, do you? No matter how you think about it, Ken's sports day is more important.
I understand that people have their own destinies, but Annie was only 7 years old. She was supposed to have lots of happiness, sadness, joyfulness, and painful things. When I think of that, I can't stop feeling sad.
There's nothing you can do about it, Sophia. Maybe that's what Annie wanted.
I don't think so. She was trying to live her life to the fullest.
You need to think more positive. As a mother, you have to accept the reality.
I can't do that.
You don't have to come to Ken's sports day, but all the relatives will go to the funeral, right? Then Ken won't have as much support. I feel so sorry for Ken. I think my daughter will be disappointed too.
I can't cancel the funeral even if you say so.
No, it's too much trouble for everyone. You have to think about the people around you. So cancel the funeral, okay? Hey, Sophia, you didn't cancel the funeral? No one showed up for Ken's sports day. I was the only one there. I was looking forward to the sports day so much. Sophia, answer me. Hey, Sophia, what have you done?
What is it?
Since last night, my relatives have been sending me many accusation texts. What on earth have you done?
I didn't do anything.
Don't lie to me. I shouldn't be getting this many messages accusing me of doing something I didn't do. You definitely did something.
I just told everyone that since you have to go cheer for Ken's sports day, you wouldn't be able to attend the funeral. Everyone was surprised at how heartless you were and how unbelievable you were as a person.
What? This all happened because of what you said?
Well, if a grandmother is not at her granddaughter's funeral, they will ask why, right?
You could have just made up a story on your own, couldn't you?
For example...
Like, she is shocked and she's been in bed. Or, she's been in bed and can't get up. You can say whatever you want. You're really a very inconsiderate wife. Why do I have to take the blame?
Are you out of your mind, Amelia? Robert and I lost Annie, remember?
I know. That's what Annie wanted. So Ken's sports day should be a priority.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Why does Ken have to suffer?
Amelia?
What?
Actually, your husband and Robert are watching this text.
What? Why?
They've been helping packing Annie's belongings and take care of other things while she was in the hospital.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Your husband has been helping us with everything since the funeral.
Huh? My husband did that?
Is it strange? And yet, Amelia, it's beyond insane to ask me to cancel the funeral for Annie, isn't it? Everyone is grieving for Annie. And you are even Annie's grandmother. You're unbelievable.
What? It's all your fault that I'm in this situation. You didn't listen to me at all. You went ahead with the funeral. What are you going to do?
The only one who didn't come to the funeral was you. Was Ken there at the sports day?
Actually, I couldn't find him. So is my daughter.
I'm sure you didn't. She attended Annie's funeral with your husband.
What? And Ken? What about the sports day?
He'll have another one next year. He came to the funeral because it was the last time he could see Annie.
You ruined Ken's sports day. Oh, God. What are you going to do about it? Mom, it's me. Robert? Dad and I have been watching the text the whole time. Sophia told you, right? What? Sophia doesn't listen to me at all. Please talk to her about it, Robert. She's supposed to listen to me because she married to you, right? What are you talking about? Sophia and I are in the depths of grief over the loss of our beloved daughter. And you're talking about sports day? Cancel the funeral? Sophia not listening to you? That's insane. Robert, what a thing to say to your mother. I'm disappointed that someone like you was my mother. I mean, I don't even want to think of you as my mother. You have no idea what it means to be a parent. We were raised with that kind of mindset, weren't we? That's not true. How dare you despise the life of our beloved Annie? I don't despise her. I recommended Sophia to let her heal naturally in our home. What natural healing? Don't be ridiculous. When Annie was desperately battling her illness, you didn't even visit her. And to top it all off, you told us to cancel the funeral. I will never forgive you. I'm going to break off the relationship with you once and for all. Why? Why would you do that? It's all Sophia's fault, isn't it?
Amelia,
You ruined our relationship. How could you?
your husband says he's divorcing you.
What?
He always thought you were insane, but he didn't think you'd go that far. He said he was disgusted by Annie's funeral. He doesn't want to live with someone who doesn't care about one's life.
Wait a minute. That's a lie. Why should I be divorced? I don't understand.
Isn't that what's wrong with you?
Huh?
You try to get things done the way you want without considering other people's feelings.
How dare you talk to me like that? I won't forgive you.
You don't have to forgive me. Have you ever given even the slightest thought to our feelings for the loss of Annie? It was so hard that we couldn't do anything. You're a mother too, and you don't even know what it's like. You're disgusting.
You're too cocky.
That's why your husband wants to divorce you. I would divorce you too. Ken and his family were also disgusted by your behavior. I have no doubt that they will look at you differently now. You have done such a terrible thing.
Wait a minute. It's kind of like I'm going to be alone.
Perhaps you will be, won't you?
First of all, if my husband divorced me, I wouldn't be able to live by myself.
Definitely.
It's your fault to begin with, so do something about it.
Excuse me? Don't be silly. Robert and I are going to break off the relationship with you too, so it doesn't matter.
Don't say that. You are the only one who can convince my family, right? Convince them now not to abandon me.
Are you listening? I'm no longer related to you. I will never do anything for you.
So, you are abandoning me?
You may think so, just as you abandoned Annie. Then I don't think we will see each other again. Now if you'll excuse me.
Wait a minute. Put Robert or my husband on the phone for me.
They both don't even want to text you. Well then, good luck with your life on your own.
Wait, Sophia. You have to help me.
After that, my parents-in-law officially divorced. Amelia was kicked out of the house by her husband, who was very angry with her and left the house alone. She then asked for help from my sister-in-law and her husband. They said, "I don't want to think of someone like you as my mother. Go home now." She was coldly rejected by my sister-in-law. She tried to get help from her relatives, but they knew about my daughter's funeral. There was no one to help Amelia. She wandered around the countryside for a while. We don't know where she went after that. My sister-in-law and her husband apologized profusely for Amelia. However, they did not know anything about it because Amelia had said it on her own. It is not my sister-in-law and her husband's fault, nor my nephew's fault. Now, with the help of my father-in-law and sister-in-law, we are gradually regaining our life. I will never get over the sadness of losing my daughter, but I want to keep moving forward for her sake.